Hi, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a reminder, I do every video in English and Spanish, and the degree theory is based on Western modern astrology using the Placidus house system. It will not work with any other house system. So today I wanted to talk to you about the month of August and all its aspects. And we have a lot to cover. August is going to be a very interesting, stimulating month. It can have some difficult moments as well. And but as I go and explain all of the aspects, we will cover them. And we have some good stuff and some tension building up. So we have a lovely new moon that's going to happen in Leo. Mercury is going to go retrograde. And the full moon in Aquarius can be nerve-wracking, just so you know, because it's going to happen at the same time as we have that Jupiter square Saturn. And I already did a video on an individual basis for the Jupiter square Saturn, so I will link it below. But on a mundane level, we may have issues with local people, Gemini, like in the neighborhood. Um, they might be bringing up issues or protests with immigrants because Saturn is in Pisces. So anyway, and this month is the month right before eclipse season starts again, because we're going to have an eclipse in September and we're going to have an eclipse in October. So I guess August is kicking off some of the action. So let's get started. On August 2nd, we have Venus square Uranus. Venus is in Leo, Uranus is in Taurus at 27 degrees. This is not the day to meet someone. If you want a long-term commitment, if it's okay with you just to have a fling or just to be dating somebody for a little bit, then this is the day. Usually Venus square Uranus is love at first sight. Things happen all of a sudden, unexpectedly, right? It's all about Uranus. August 4th, we have a lovely new moon in Leo at 13 degrees. Okay. And I like this new moon. It's nice. The sun is at 12 degrees, Jupiter is at 14, and Mars is at 9 degrees. And they're all in harmony. There's a sextile with this new moon, so it's a great new moon for romance because it's in Leo. So do things with your kids. Again, fifth house matters. Plan a vacation, maybe start a creative project that can also bring you money. So this new moon is really, really nice. Now, on the same day, August 4th, Venus enters Virgo. And Mercury goes retrograde at 4 degrees of Virgo to go direct on August 28th at 21 degrees of Leo. I will be doing a separate video on the Mercury retrograde, so I'll post it in a few days. And I know I'm running a little bit behind on the videos, but it's been intense this month of July. Anyway, August 7th, the sun sextiles Jupiter. So we have the sun in Leo sextiling Jupiter in Gemini at 15 degrees. So this is a very nice day and it can bring up an opportunity, right? Jupiter, but you need to take action because it's a sextile. Also, Mercury retrograde conjuncts Venus at Virgo 4 degrees. So someone, romantic or business, because remember that Venus is romantic and business. A next romantic partner or a business partner can contact you. Otherwise, for the rest of us, we can socialize with friends, right? August 14th, there will be a conjunction of Mars with Jupiter in Gemini at 16 degrees. So, this will also square Saturn in Pisces So there can be an increase of military action, right? Jupiter expands anything it touches, and in this case, it's Mars. So there could be, on a mundane level, an increase in military actions. And this is going on for some time. So, this month, from the 6th to the 29th, those days, you're going to see a lot of stuff that's going to be happening with, unfortunately, protests, issues that come up all of a sudden, military stuff that's happening. So, uh, you know, on a mundane level. On a personal level, there may be a lot of plans, or items on your list that you want to take care of, right? Because Jupiter is in Gemini. So make sure that if it's a business deal or you're buying something expensive because Mercury is retrograde, um, if at all possible, I would wait, specifically, um, because of the Mercury retrograde. But especially with the Mercury starting at the early days and the end days, those are the times where you really, really need to pay attention, and if at all possible, delay signing, until Mercury, goes direct. So August 15th, we have Mars square Saturn retrograde. Um, Mars is in Gemini, Saturn is in Pisces at 18 degrees. So again, this is Mars, go, 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 right? You got to get stuff done. Saturn says, wait, slow down, look at stuff. Um, Again, I would wait if you could possibly, postpone whatever it is that comes up. Or if not, take it slow. Remember that Saturn rules time. So review everything, whatever you want to do. Just, and actually delaying it might benefit you overall. August 17th, we have Mercury retrograde squaring, Uranus, in Taurus. So because Mercury is retrograde and it is squaring Uranus, I would back up my computer, my files, anything that's electronic, just in case glitches happen. Because Uranus is creating a lot of disruptions. Everybody knows about the CrowdStrike mishap that happened that just paralyzed the airlines and a whole bunch of other industries. So on a personal level, I would back up the data before August 17th so that way, you just as a precaution. Let's put it that way. Now, on the same day, we have Venus opposing Saturn retrograde. So don't start dating or a relationship, today, or don't ask anybody out, right? Because today it's all going to be about, um, things that you got to do, right? Duties, responsibilities instead of love. So, and also, I wouldn't ask a supervisor for a raise on this date. When Venus is in opposition to Saturn, there's always delays, there's always issues that come up. Remember, Saturn is the taskmaster, so not a good day to ask the boss for a raise. August 18th, you have the Sun conjunct, Mercury retrograde at Leo at 27 degrees. So this is a great day to be thinking happy thoughts. Actually, you might be thinking a lot of thoughts because the 27th degree is a Gemini degree. So in Gemini rules the mind. Now, Venus is, squaring Jupiter in Virgo. So it's a happy day, fun day, but be careful what you eat because Venus is also what we eat or what we spend. So don't eat too much and don't spend too much. Now, the most difficult, day, right? Because is August 19th and it's going to last for a period of time for the next 9 months. So we are going to have this first square of Jupiter and Saturn. And actually, I wanted to share my screen so that you guys can see, what the chart looks like. Let me go here. Wait a minute. Bring it down. There we go. This is what the August 19th, 2024 chart looks like. And you can see where you have Saturn squaring Jupiter exact, but Jupiter is conjunct Mars. And then at the same time, this Jupiter Mars conjunction is squaring Venus, and Saturn is also squaring Venus. And these are exact. This is what is called a T-square, right? So um it's it's a difficult day because the T-square, the focus is on Jupiter conjunct Mars. So what does this mean? When you have we had back in 2020 the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius at 0 degrees, so that opens a new cycle. And remember back then it was the whole COVID thing happening, right? So this is an opening square. So maybe something related to some kind of restrictions, maybe to travel, vaccines, maybe pandemic guidelines will come up again. Um, Again, because Gemini rules the neighborhood, right? The place where you live in, and it's squaring Saturn and Pisces. Pisces rules immigrants. So I'm thinking maybe like the local people are going to start complaining or protesting or arguing or something's going to come up based on immigration. All right. So, like I said, I did a personal sign by sign video that I will link below so that you guys can review the areas that it might affect you personally. However, because the Saturn is squaring Venus and you have the Jupiter and Mars also squaring Venus, there could be issues with the stock market. I'm not a financial astrologer, but when so many things are happening to Venus, it's it's cause for concern. So if you have any investments in the stock market, be very conservative. I would. That's my suggestion to you. Now, at the same time, on this August 19th, we have a full moon, which you can see here. The moon is opposite the sun. So you can see on the chart itself what a full moon looks like. Now, this full moon is squaring Uranus. So this is going to be a nerve-wracking new moon. Just so you guys know, it's gonna bring some maybe uncertainty. You may feel uneasy because Uranus rules anxiety, and it's a full moon, and full moons are difficult anyway. So since Mars is here with the conjunction to Jupiter, maybe you're trying to accomplish too many things. So I would focus my energy because when Jupiter is in Gemini, you just want to accomplish so much, but you need to focus on just 2 or 3 things. Make a list of things that you need to do, right? Square to Saturn, make a list to get organized. But this new moon can bring a lot of surprises, disruptions, uncertainty. Something out of the blue might come. And one thing that I forgot to say was that this Saturn square Jupiter is going to happen on August 19th, but it's also going to happen December 24th and 25th. And then the third and last square is going to happen June 15th of 2025, but we'll talk about those squares at those dates. All right. So this August 19th also happens to be for the US, happens to be the Democratic National Convention. So with all of this energy, all of these squares and oppositions and the full moon I'm wondering if what people expect is not going to happen, or maybe there's a surprise announcement from President Biden. Maybe he's stepping down, and Vice President Harris is going to be stepping into the presidency. Um, I think this affects President Biden's moon. I don't remember, but I know something is happening with his chart. It might be his moon that gets affected as well. So um it could be his health as well. So let's pray that everything goes well for President Biden and he recovers from his I think he was diagnosed with COVID, or he had COVID. So this could be a difficult day for the Democratic National Convention, like I said. Um, Maybe Vice President Harris is not the elected Democratic Party candidate. So we'll see what happens. Once I know for sure who are the running candidates, I'll make a video and I'll give you guys my opinion on what's going to happen. So, all right, so going back to the full moon, right? As we can see here, the full moon is also Mercury is in there. So what this means is that any weak spots that need fixing, there's going to be tension because there's a square. So again, I will link it below, the individual video that I did. All right, so on August, let me stop sharing this thing because I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So on August 22nd, you have the sun entering Virgo. So happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. And at the same time, you have Venus in Virgo that's going to be squaring Mars in Gemini. So it's a great day to flirt. So if you like someone, this is the day to flirt them and let them, just a subtle hint. Um, or if you have a partner, you can also flirt with them or with your spouse. And it's a great day to have fun basically with your love interest because it's a Venus squaring Mars. So it could be also very passionate for those of us that have a partner. On August 27th, you have Venus trining Uranus at 27 degrees. So you have Venus in Venus in Virgos, trining Uranus in Taurus at 27 degrees. So this could be love at first sight. This is mostly a fling or a love affair energy because anytime that Venus aspects Uranus, the meeting or the love affair or the relationship is not long term. Of course, it depends on your personal chart, but as a rule, it is a fling, a dating, and especially if that Uranus aspects your natal Venus, for sure, it is just a fling. Okay, big time. August 28th, you have Venus in opposition to Neptune retrograde at 29 degrees. So we all know that Venus is love and money. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So it's a higher octave. If Venus is love, then Neptune is unconditional love. And we all know that if we all know any Pisces, we know that these people can love unconditionally. They will sacrifice themselves for whoever they love. So with this aspect, you have to really look because it's opposing Neptune, right? Venus is opposing Neptune. Is this real love or is it just a dream? Did you fall in love with love or did you fall in love with a person? So careful with partners. They can lie, they can deceive you, they can cheat. That's Neptune. It's not letting you see the real person, right? And this opposition will. So can it be real love or is this person just taking advantage of you? Now on August 28th, Mercury goes direct at 21 degrees of Leo. August 29th, you have Venus in Libra, trining Pluto in Aquarius at 0 degrees because Venus enters Libra on August 29th. So this is very passionate love, okay? Chemistry based, especially, and it benefits mostly the fire signs and the air signs. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. For the air signs, it's making a trine, which is the most favorable aspect in astrology. And for the fire signs, it's making a sextile. So it's a small opportunity, basically. So anyway, these are the signs that will benefit the most from Venus trining Pluto at 0 degrees. So basically, this concludes the month of August. As always, if you would like a natal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. If you liked the video, learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also forward it to somebody who might also be interested in learning what's coming up this month. Again, this is going to be a very interesting month, to say the least. So if anybody is attending any political event, please be mindful and careful because of, especially on that 19th, because of that square to Uranus, there could be protests, there could be terrorist attacks, there could be issues that come up. So make sure that you're aware of the exit signs wherever it is that you go. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.